Welcome to Pull Up In Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we promise you, we're going to give them to you anyway.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Nate. And let's pull the pin already.
Welcome, Nate. Still the pointing. Yeah, I'm showing your internet was low in the second there when we did the intro, so your whole bobbing thing was like all distorted. But anyways, welcome back.
High now. I'm back all the way up now, it looks like.
Yeah, I see it up now. And then mine will probably dip. Yeah, something wrong with this stuff, this internet stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody needs it, but it's so unstable. But welcome back, Nate. Before we get started, I do want to, of course, do our normal shout outs to Christine and Johnny. Johnny, thanks for your headlines. Christine, thanks for your input, your feedback. She shared some information about emotional support dogs. I guess one of the episodes I mentioned, and I guess she has one. But doesn't change my opinion about taking them in public. The other thing she was talking about is the Girl Scouts, man. Did you know the Girl Scouts support Planned Parenthood or something?
I just know their cookies are good.
Yeah, I know. She mentioned Keebler's got a brand that's just as good, but I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. Girl Scouts, whatever. They've been around for a while.
You know what? If you look at, say you don't like Coke because of something they did. If you look at all the other brands that either own Coke or Coke owns, you're not going to eat or drink much.
No, you're right. It's just like not buying something from China, made in China, right? I get it, man. Everything's intertwined so deeply. It's hard to, boycott anything these days. But Bud Light worked, right? Right. So, whatever. But anyways, before we even get to the headlines or our intro here, well, let me just talk about the intro. So, because I don't have a headline for it, but I did want to mention one more thing. But this is the place where we come to share our opinions on headlines that we bring from the mainstream media, and we'll tell you how to think, feel, react, all that stuff. And why is it important we do that, Nate?
Because we're average veterans who've been on the road and we know everything.
Yeah, we know everything. And this is one thing I want to bring up because I know your loyalty and my loyalty is different in this area, and I really don't know how to feel about this. But the Giants, the Giants, dude. Why in the hell?
I got no problem with them.
Well, I'm talking about Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I got no problem with letting them go.
Trader number one. You don't. That should be, I'm glad for you, right? As Eagles fans, everyone around the nation, Eagle fans should be celebrating. At first I was mad at the Giants. Like, how do you let this guy go? And then I realized Saquon did that. Barkley did that. Even if they couldn't meet the numbers in New York, like I'm mad at the Giants because Barkley's a kind of franchise player you could build around. So now you don't have a quarterback or running back. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, I don't know what's going on in that office. Yeah. But even at that, though, I think Tiki Barber came out and said something, and I agree with him. I think Barkley's a traitor. If you went to the Eagles for money, you're telling me no other team could offer you that money?
You know what? This is a business. They all say it. It's a business.
No, there's still unwritten rules and loyalties, dude.
It's a business. If the owners and coaches want to act like it's a business and they can roll whenever they want to, guess what? So can the players.
Yeah, but dude, it's a business. There's too many other teams in the league.
When I don't like my job, somewhere else.
Right, and if you and your wife get a divorce, you're gonna go like marry her sister, like you're gonna do that, or you're gonna
if she's single, who knows?
She's gonna marry your brother, like you know what I mean, like that's just unwritten rules that just are dirty, and this is one of them. So whether you like it or not, because it's in your favor, I'll give you that. Because like I said, if I was an Eagle fan, I'd be celebrating too.
Back in the day when McNabb went to the Redskins, it's a business's move.
Did you like McNabb for that?
I don't care.
Oh, you
where any player goes. I don't care where any player goes.
Yeah, you didn't care. Well, I do care because there's not much for us to root for in Giant Land. You know what I mean? It's already a hard. You can
always become a Jets fan.
Yeah, and that's an option. I might consider that. But even now, like I told you, my son.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I tell you, my son's getting into football now, and I gave him the choice because he's lived a lot of places. I was like, dude, you don't have to be a Giants fan. He's like, well, there's a loyalty to where I was born, whatever. I'm like, all right. So now he's mad, and I'm like, dude, you don't even you've been watching football for a year, you
don't even know who Barkley is.
Right? Well, no, he knows who Barkley is. Amazingly, my son's pretty smart. When he gets into something, man, he picks up stuff quick. It wouldn't surprise me if he's going to start spouting stats out. But anyways, enough about that. Barkley, go screw yourself, you traitor. Let's get into some headlines, bro, because that's what we came here for. And FBI director here, he can go screw himself too. FBI director Wray concerned border crossers could launch another 9/11 style terror attack.
Why can't he go screw himself? He looks like he's concerned and he's worried about the Americans.
Oh, he's worried
No.
now about he's going to make a prediction that he also facilitated to happen. Like, come on, dude. I'm just so sick of this stuff. It reminds me of those people. Like, you remember in the military, they used to teach you that the trick, like, don't ever volunteer first, but as soon as somebody volunteers, then you step up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? You never want to be the first one to volunteer because they'll pick you.
But also look like you want to volunteer.
Yes, exactly. And that's what these clowns are. These asshats. Ray's never been on America's side. He's never been for America. He's a corrupt hack. And now all of a sudden, this would be embarrassing to me if I did this. Oh, guys, there could be a terror attack from these people that we just allowed to come on the country. Like, people have been saying that for how long now? Looks like nature internet did go out. I'll get you back. But you know what I'm saying? It's pretty sad and pathetic. And if people can't see through this garbage, then I don't know what to tell you. You know.
I thought the border was fine. Now
Yeah.
it's a concern.
Exactly. Right. So now he's admitting that we got a problem with the border. That's why I don't trust these clowns. And if you're a Democrat out there and you keep supporting these clowns, I mean, you are part of the problem. I mean, Republicans aren't the solution, of course. The world's messed up, but you're part of the problem if you keep supporting these clowns. Sorry, I'm not for it. Anyways, unless you got something to add, I'm done with that.
Okay, I'll be done with it.
I got to get a drink. All right, tell me how you feel about this one. Leaked email. FDNY, that's Fire Department of New York, boss threatening to hunt down firefighters, which I guess would have been obvious, who booed corrupt New York Attorney General Letitia James.
I'm pretty sure it's a First Amendment right to do that.
I'm pretty sure that would have never been an issue at any time in the history of, if they broke some rules, okay, maybe, they don't get a bypass. You know what I'm saying? But this is, to me, this is more part of the corrupt system. But you know what scares me about this, Nate?
What are you gonna do? Get rid of all of them? 99 kind of the fire department. It sounds like a lot of them booed in there because
and that's what they
probably
should
have.
They all should stand up and say, "Yeah, we all did it. We all did it." They all should do it and see what happens, and then sue the department. But this is the problem. This is what I don't understand: is the real distinction, because we talk about this loyalty to the Constitution, all that for these officers, and is the distinction between the overhead, or is it just something odd? Because if you look at all these departments, the union heads, all these people, when they get to a certain level, is that when they become retarded and corrupt? Oh, can I say retarded? That's not a.
So if, say, the New York Giants players booed their owner,
right?
Should I shouldn't say boo their GM? Should the owner go after them?
Well, if they broke a rule, yeah.
But I mean, they just booed them, so it's okay, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, like I said, that's a great example because you think about it, most teams have rules that you can't voice your opinions on social media.
Yeah, I know.
So no, really. So
yep.
If you go home and tell your wife, "Hey, my manager, he sucks," or whatever, blah blah. Like I just read an article about some guy who left the Cowboys, bashing that, not bashing really, but complaining that you don't realize how much of a clown show it is in Dallas until you leave.
Wonder if he came to.
No, he didn't go to the Eagles, but the point is, he was saying it after he left. He probably couldn't have said anything there. There may have been a pathway for his grievances, but they probably have a rule about that stuff. Just like in a game, you can't yell at the refs and blah blah blah. I mean, so that's not free speech issue if there's a rule like that while you're working for a company. But if you're a civilian citizen, you're out there. If they're not being paid to be at that meeting, then maybe the rule might be different. But even at that, it still looks bad that they're going after people who booed. Maybe for disciplinary action, whatever, sure. Just come out and make a statement, say, hey, we as a fire department don't endorse this type of behavior, blah, 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 blah.
No, maybe they should. Maybe they should endorse it.
Well, but you get what I'm saying. Like,
it's
it's a professional thing.
This does not represent everybody.
Right. Just like we here don't represent the military. You know what I mean? We could talk about people all day long, but we don't represent the military. Just because we were in the military, we're using our civilian voices to speak our mind. So, yeah. But it's still dirty. And that's what scares me is it seems like a lot of this overhead no matter what, department you're in, a lot of these overhead people tend to be the corrupt ones. It
Well, yeah,
just
because
feels that way.
they're appointed by the corrupt. So
Are they appointed? Yeah, I assume
I'm
they're
sure.
appointed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
got to be
because I
appointed by
think even our
somebody.
police chief in the local town is appointed.
Yeah, he's appointed by the
Yeah,
mayor.
you're right. Some of them are elected, like sheriffs are elected.
Sheriffs are elected. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
city
All right.
police chief, I believe. Well, at least
Yeah,
where I'm from,
you're probably
police
right.
chief is appointed by the mayor.
Yeah, mine too. So that's probably true.
After, anyways, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we're gonna move on. All right. Democrats vote unanimously to include illegal immigrants in census. I don't
Well,
even know what vote this was.
doesn't the census? Okay, so I mean, they're in America. Might as well count them.
Well,
Now the census should say citizen, or
that's what
should it
Trump
say
fought
illegal,
for.
or should it say?
Trump fought for that on the last census. And they said, no, 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 no. But you know why this is happening? You know why they're doing it, right? People don't realize this. People don't realize this. Everybody's like, oh, they're going to get illegals to vote. Yes, that's a bad thing. The only risk of that is you hope they vote for the Democrats if you're a Democrat, right? But
Yeah,
if they
sure.
flip and turn Republican, you just screwed yourself. But it's even bigger than that. Think about this. All the people who fled New York and California are now being replaced by people not from this country. Now, hindsight, we can look at this later on because even the people like moving to Florida makes Florida's population bigger, which should grow their delegates. But by replacing the people that left New York, increases their delegates. So there's still people
You're
as
not
far as
increasing them.
representation.
I think you're just keeping them the same because people are leaving and people are replacing them. Florida, I don't think people are leaving. I think you're right. Florida's growing where New
That
York is
right.
shrinking.
That
But not they're not counting the influx of illegal immigrants replacing those
right. But if you bring in
U.S. citizens.
more illegals than people left, you're increasing your population, which increases your representation. That's why they want them on the census. They're not supposed to be included because the census should be about American citizens. Now, if you want to
Okay.
include them, give them to know who was in the country, sure. But in reality, like
You don't
where
get
these people
delegates.
live,
You don't get delegates based off non-U.S. citizen.
right? So because they don't have representation because they're not a citizen, they're not covered under the Constitution.
Yeah, but they can vote in New York, so it's okay.
Right. No, that's not happening, dude. Replacement's not happening. Anyways, man, this stuff is so like this is what pisses me off, dude. It's like you keep hearing these people mocking, oh, there's no replacement theory.
Do you ever pick headlines that don't piss you off?
Well, we need something to talk about, dude. You know what I mean? Like, but you know what I'm talking about? It's like when people sit here like, oh, this isn't happening, and then a week later a headline comes out about it, and you're just like, oh yeah, well this isn't happening, but it is happening.
No, you're a conspiracy theorist. Oh,
Right.
truth.
It's just like the good people on both sides. Oh, this happened. Well, did you watch the video? No, but I know it happened. It happened. Like these people are just like I don't know what is wrong with these people. I just don't know if they are just so dead set on hating something in their ways. Like even if I didn't like something, let's go to the emotional support dogs. You know what I mean? Even if somebody wanted to make an argument why we should let people carry them around everywhere they go, like duh. I mean, I know dogs are emotional support. That's why we've all owned one. You know what I mean? But if you need one in public, yeah, I don't know, dude. Get a friend. I think that's even more important. So I don't know. I just feel like, you could change my mind though.
Sometimes friends can't sleep with you at night, though. So,
Well, I can. You just got to be willing to compromise. But anyways, let's move to the next one and get on with this show. It's not going to go any good direction. In fact, I don't know if anybody watched the Oscars, right, dude? And I'm not plugging this movie, but you know what won in the Oscars? Have you seen what was it called?
Nope, probably not. Nope.
I didn't even know it existed, right? But there was a movie in there that won Oscars that I did try to watch, and it was Poor Things. It won an Oscar. It was really the most horrible example of a Hollywood pedophile that I could ever imagine. And it really had no plot or story. Like I was watching it, like the whole first hour, I'm like, okay, where's this going? Where's this going? Where's this going? And it really just didn't go anywhere. But it won an Oscar, which tells you how much of a joke those things are. But anyways, there's a bunch of sex in it too, if you want to see it. But U.S. military forces land in Haiti to secure embassy, evacuate personnel.
Good, get them out. I guess Haiti's going to Haiti in a handbasket, as they say. You know what they
Wait,
say?
wait. What do you mean going? Right? I remember a certain president called that place a
obviously,
crap hole.
obviously it was decent if they were still there. Didn't have to evacuate them, so it wasn't that bad of a hell. Whatever. Haiti in a
Asshole.
handbasket.
Oh.
Whatever the acronym was, what I'm saying is. But anyways,
Right.
get them out. If the country's not going well, good. Get your people out. Do it the proper way. Get them out properly. Don't just have a rush exit and get 13 of them killed for no reason.
Yeah, no, I agree with the evacuation, and I'm sure you're right. I mean, if at some point it wasn't that bad, if we can keep our embassy there before, but in the end, like Trump called it. This is a crap hole country, and that's why we're doing this right now because that's what it is. I mean, I'm surprised there's
Run
people
by
there. Well, I'm surprised there's corrupt people there. I don't know why they didn't just come through Mexico and just come here. Like,
because they're already running that country. They're fine. They can stay there.
But you still need money, though. Do you need money, right? You got to make money. So maybe they sent some here to.
I'm sure we're sending them some type of money. I'm sure we're sending them money for something.
Either way, yeah, of course. Here, well, we gave them a brand new embassy. I guess that's all they needed. All right, so that's enough of that crap hole stuff. That's the last one.
That's the last. You didn't want that one at all, did you?
Yeah, I did. I'm just so it just gets old and tiresome, Nate. I'm really. Like I do like this stuff to get my blood going in the morning, but it really gets old and tiresome. It's the same sad story, and you got to listen to the same stupid people. I mean, it's just you'll see. There's plenty more to go. All right, well, let's go to another episode. We'll do this more tomorrow or whatever.
This daylight savings time got the sun in the wrong spot for these recordings.
I see that.
I'm trying to duck out of the sun. If I not, I'm just.
Well, we'll duck out of this episode. So thanks for showing up, Nate. Thank you all. Thank Johnny, Christine, all you for chiming in. And we appreciate you. Your like, share, subscribe. Send us all your money to a website that's not up yet. Ryan, I'm talking to you. Anyways, until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. Boom.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.